What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Investing Bros. I hope that every single one of you had an amazing Christmas, but now we're back to it into the crypto grind. In case you guys are looking at the dip that happened last night, the volatility that's been happening over the last couple of days, especially after surges with coins like Solana, leading a lot of people to think that maybe this is the top. If you are considering selling right now, I want you to watch this video first. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin mostly, but altcoins will follow suit whatever Bitcoin does. So this has a say in almost everything you own in crypto. But if you're looking to sell right now, I want you to watch the entire video first and then decide for yourself if you still want to. I don't want to discourage you. If you want to take profit, hey, you never go broke taking profit. But if you're doing that because you think there's no more upside, you do need to watch this video. I'm going to show you 3 reasons why it might not be time to be selling just yet in Bitcoin and crypto, because I think some higher prices are coming. And I'm going to show you 3 reasons why. So if that is exciting, make sure to strap on in. If you are already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and smash that like button so we get this video out to more and more people on YouTube and Twitter. Make sure you're hitting that like button. And if you are new here, watch the video. And if you enjoy what you see, consider hitting that subscribe button for daily content here on Investing Bros to help you make sure you are investing for yourself wisely as best as possible. Now, the first reason that you should be a little bullish right now, I'm going to start off with the article that came out yesterday on Christmas, but the SEC sets deadline for spot Bitcoin ETF updates on December 29th. Now, what does this mean? This means that there was a meeting between the SEC and several of the entities that are filing for ETFs, such as BlackRock, such as ARK Invest, such as Grayscale, and they pretty much said, hey, these are the revisions we want you to make. You need to get them in by December 29th. If you want to be considered in this next window that opens up early January and runs all the way to the 10th, if you want to be considered, you got to get them in. This is causing a lot of stir right now, a lot of buzz. A lot of people are really excited. This leans more towards saying we might get that approval on the 10th. Now, if you guys have already been watching the channel, you know T. Shroom and I are we're the partners here in Investing Bros. We have a little bit of a bet going on. I still think getting approved by the 10th is a little too early, but T. Shroom is adamant he thinks it's happening. Well, I'm going to give him a little check on this one. This is a good sign for his side of the argument. This does look well, but again, I want to remind you guys, it's Gary Gensler, CICC. You never know what's going to happen. But I will say, from the outside perspective, this still should be bullish. So you might be wondering, hey, Tim, why did prices crash though after this news? If this is such bullish news, why did the price crash? Does that mean the top is in? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at reason number 2 that the top might not quite be in. Let's take a look at liquidations. Now, this is High Block Capital, and you guys are going to see the dip that we had last night, early this morning, you might even say, came down and filled a level we actually had been discussing here on Investing Bros. We had some high liquidity. Longs would be liquidated if we came down to where? Right here around 42,150. If you go over to the charts, we wicked down right there. Certain exchanges went a little lower. Obviously, on that one it did, but we went down to about 42, right below 200, give or take. Actually, I would hover over this. The low was 42,181. So while we didn't necessarily fill it on that exact exchange, we did see that liquidity, that high yellow bar right here on High Block Capital get filled. Now, could we go a little bit lower? We could. It's going to be interesting. If price continues to drop, the next spot we're looking at would be coming down, filling that CME gap we have below 40,000. But as a whole, what I'm looking at right now, potentially keep your eyes back up here above 44,000, maybe above 45,000. If we break 45,000, even though liquidations kind of show us this 45.3 is an area to keep an eye on, my expectation would price would be going higher. But the dip last night that happened to fill this heavy liquidity. Traders love to do this. When they see a level of like high liquidations, that yellow line, they love to manipulate the space, do everything they can to push the prices down to that level, liquidate all of those shorts, making the entire space really, really bearish, and then they can enter their longs. People are willing to sell to them. They enter their longs, and then they ride price back up. And that's how those expert whale traders make their money. So to me, We got big news yesterday with that meeting between the SEC and the Bitcoin ETF filers. And now we have a liquidation that took out a lot of longs. It kind of clears the space now for new longs to be entered by those expert traders and a move to the upside. That's reason number two. But the third reason, let's go ahead and go back over to the charts, is that we are sitting on a lot of support. But the main thing here is, yes, right here, we're kind of trading sideways at the top, but we're still setting these higher lows. And when you look at what we're doing right now, even if we dropped in price a little bit more, I'm still bullish, but we have a long-term support level coming back all the way back here to November 22nd. We've touched it now several times, more recently on the 18th, and of course early this morning we touched it once again, but price continues to want to bounce to the upside off of it. But let's say this blue line gets lost. Let's just go ahead and get rid of it. We still have this rising level of support, this yellow line right here, that would hold up very well. Yes, we had a little bit of a bull flag pattern when you come to the 4-hour chart. We had a little bit of a bull flag pattern kind of developing here that did get lost. So we can go ahead and get rid of these yellow lines, but you're going to continue to see on the longer time frame, when we come back out to the daily chart, we have a nice bull pennant forming even right here. Just in case you guys are wondering, hey, let's do a conservative one, what this would look like. This bull pennant could see a breakout. Let's say we even come all the way down back to this yellow line, could see a breakout that puts us up here closer to $50,000, depending on where we kind of touch there. We could be anywhere between that 48 if we come back here all the way up to 50, depending on where that yellow line gets hit, if that yellow line gets hit. But as it stands right now, we would need to break this yellow line, and more than likely, even in reality, we need to break below this level right here at about 40,000. That would cancel out this bull flag, bull pennant scenario we have going on. That would, in fact, probably put a damper on the chances of the price going back to the upside. But you guys can see we've got a lot of wiggle room. So am I saying go ahead and put your house on the market and enter longs for Bitcoin? No, that's not what I'm saying. There's always a chance the price top has come in and we're going nowhere but down from here. But when I'm looking at the recent news, when I'm looking at that liquidation chart and I'm looking at the charts themselves, everything is continuing to point that the top is not quite in yet. And I'll give you a bonus reason that I think the top's not in yet. If you go look at the dominance chart, Bitcoin dominance is falling. That doesn't happen at the top as we're moving to the downside. In fact, when we do top out and we start to move to the downside, the fact that if the dominance starts to rise to the upside, that to me would be a bigger confirmation of all of the top being in. Why? Because when everything starts getting liquidated and the tops are in, the whales are full, they're not just going to take profit on their Bitcoin. They're going to take profit on all of these altcoins that have just been absolutely going nuts over the last month and a half. And liquidations to those altcoins will be a much bigger hit to their market caps than Bitcoins, and therefore we will see the dominance chart go to the upside. So in fact, it wasn't just 3 reasons. There's actually 4 reasons you should be looking at right now to feel pretty confident that higher highs are coming here shortly for Bitcoin and a lot of altcoins as well. Let me know, though, in the comments what you believe. Is there something else you guys are looking at that would add to those 4 reasons why we, in fact, probably do not have a top yet for Bitcoin? Or is there something you're looking at that says, no, Tim, you're wrong. The top is absolutely in. Let me know down in the comments below. On your way out, though, make sure you smash that like button. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining us every single day for crypto content. With that said, though, guys, that's all I have for you in this video. It's nice, short, and sweet. I'll see you guys later today. You guys have a fantastic one. Adios.